Hi, I'm Gary, father of the...
I'm Kay, mother of the speaker.
My name is Zachary, and I'm a friend of the speaker.
Hi, my name is Madison Hibbs, and I am in Professor Jackson's May Mini-Master of Speech 1315. Today, I'd like to discuss if attendance in public schools should be optional. Traditionally, students were responsible for attending school and doing the work assigned. However, with the new modern age, school can now be done at home in your pajamas. As tempting as it may be to lurch at such a lucrative idea, we must carefully weigh the consequences of such an action. Negative effects of this include economic issues, mental health issues, and a decrease in society as a whole. Now, some institutions are already moving towards such a program, such as A&M in previous semesters have moved towards including chemistry labs as an online virtual experience. Now, this lack of attendance, like I said, can cause a lot of negative effects. As it constantly moves forward, truancy is still as prevalent of an issue as it is in the traditional school setting. In the past 25 years, even kindergarten through 12th grade increase in virtual schools has increased as well. As you can see in this example, there was a study done that worked with an actual K-12 school district that was completely virtual and shown the progress of students compared to the number of absences that they had in the school year. And in this such case, just in the first week of work completing alone, 4 days of an absence / potentially truant led to only a 5% increase in the retention of the student, whereas a student who had no days of absences was 25% more effective. Now, on the negative effects, such as the economic despair and mental health, these come from the fact that students are not encouraged to work as hard as in the past. As you can see in another study, students grouped into mobility categories between non-attenders, attenders, and whether they're stable or mobile, where stable is in the traditional school setting and where mobile is in an online setting. During the grade levels, the variation really changes a lot throughout them. Now, reasons and ways to combat these problems are create a virtual classroom where students just don't log on to the website and learn, but they actually have to watch a lecture or see their teacher recording something, and they're counted for logging in and viewing that for that set amount of time. In the study that I showed about the high school and the truancy rate and the number of absences the students incurred, they also mentioned that if you greater enforce the truancy laws that are in the traditional setting, then that same effect can be beneficial in a virtual setting, where the student is more encouraged to continue on a good path instead of going down a negative one. Also, in that same study, they discussed how students, the mental health problems are created by the fact that nobody really takes the time to consider them or even look at them and help them along their way. So if we increase the efforts to help these students and review them, we will decrease the number of negative consequences such as truancy and economic issues down the road. Now, as a whole, the effects of truancy, it creates a number of adverse effects that lead way on into adulthood. Now, the benefits to these implementations could be leading to a greater increase in society, lowering the truancy rate altogether, and increase in the education rate. Now, the question that I want to leave you with today is, do you remember what you got out of your schooling, and was it what you wanted or even thought that you deserved? Now, thanks to these kids that we mentioned and their truancy rates, and how the negative effects of even switching to virtual schools has already been creating such negative things. Now, although technology is moving us towards this direction, use these tools and efforts to decrease these number of consequences and think of the kids that have not had the chance to do this and how to fix it going forward in the future. Thank you.